We've seen some companies at least come out and say, hey, we like the Switch and we would like to support it at some point, right? Where a lot of people are saying, well, actions will speak louder than words. Bring games over and we'll believe you. Well, there is one company that I am a little surprised has supported the Switch as much as they have and seem to be going even further than that, which is interesting. And this company I'm talking about is Nicalis. Remember, they brought over Binding of Isaac, for example. They brought over Cave Story, both of which they got to release physically, which is something that some companies aren't even trying to do. They're just going digitally. I like the physical aspect, by the way, and it seems like they actually put a lot of time and effort into their physical releases, as you have probably seen in my Cave Story unboxing and Binding of Isaac unboxing. Once I got word that they were incorporating a bunch of cool stuff in those packages, I had to go out and get it. This is the way I am with physical media. So what am I talking about with Nicalis going a little further in their support for the Nintendo Switch? Well, Tyrone Rodriguez, who founded Nicalis back in 2007, put an interesting tweet out talking about the possibility of Night Trap going to the Switch and how they would love to have a physical version of it and even put it out. Now, the Twitter account Screaming Villains, who was behind the Night Trap really development for the PS4, PC, and everything, they actually went out and said, well, we tried, Nintendo declined though, so I don't think we'll be able to do it. And Tyrone Rodriguez simply says, DM me. So that is very interesting to see a company like Nicalis really go out of their way in an attempt to get this game on the Nintendo Switch. Now, I'm already getting it on the PS4 because, well, it's going to be a lot of fun to play. But after hearing news of Nintendo declining it a while ago, it kind of made me, a little sad there, because I would have liked to have seen Night Trap go to something like the Switch, since it always has that portability factor that's really nice. Although I will say Night Trap is something I don't mind watching on the TV because it does kind of play like a movie. But of course, the Switch can also plug into the TV and play, and honestly, Night Trap is probably not going to be very difficult to play, so I have a feeling it's going to play the same on the PS4 and the Switch, no matter what. I think the thing I'm most excited about is the possibility of Nicalis bringing this out physically, because we've seen what they have done with their other releases on the Switch. While several companies complain about costs on cartridges, do all kinds of weird things to mark the price up further, they have done nothing but add a bunch of stuff to every physical version they've put out, which is really awesome. So I would love to see what they could do with Night Trap here on the Switch, right? Maybe they could add some really cool little Easter eggs into it, maybe some cool little add-ons that you get physically, posters. I mean, there's a lot of stuff they can do that they have done already with keychains, with Cave Story, for example, with different exclusives. And of course, Binding of Isaac had that awesome manual that looked kind of like Legend of Zelda style, So I would be very curious. Let me know what you guys think, though, down below. Would you buy Night Trap if it came to the Switch, or are you mostly going to stick with it on the PS4 or even the PC in that case? I'm curious what your thoughts are there, if it's something that you would even pick up and put on your Switch. That's it for now, guys. I'll see you next time.